Let's continue. We have one law for both. Exodus 12:49 says this, one law shall be for him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourns among you. So there's one law for us, and there's the same law for the Jews. The same law for all of Israel. See, doesn't that make a lot more sense that he has one law for one people, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberties and so on and so forth, in one land, under one king? It's all about one. The second you split it, we have issues. So here's the game plan. This is an illustration that I give quite a bit because I think it seems to help people understand what the purpose of Israel was. Think of Israel as a football team, and they are the captains of the team. So Yahweh wanted to get a team together because all of the teams went their own way and they didn't want to play in his stadium anymore. So finally he had to choose someone to get back into the stadium so that he could begin to bring the people back in one place, because they're all their own stadiums, and he wants them in his stadium and to play on his field. So he chose the Israelites to be the captains of the team. Their job was to do this. Their job was to do what the owner of the team told them to do, to practice the way that the owner told them to practice, and to play the way that the owner told them to play. And if they did that, this would result in the team being so blessed that all of the other players from all the other teams would quit their teams, stop playing in their stadiums, which he didn't build, and they would come back to Yahweh's stadium. They would play on his team. They would beg to be on his team. Their light, quote, was supposed to show them the way. The light coming out of the stadiums would be so amazing that they would say, man, we don't even have light in our stadium. We can only play during the day. And they would come and be able to play on his turf, his way, and be blessed by his rules. Bottom line, the Sabbath was given to the whole world in Genesis chapter 2 when everything was perfect and when clearly it was intended to be for all time. It was written down on Mount Sinai and given to all of the children of Israel, not just one, but all 12 tribes, with the intent for them to keep it and thus be a light for the nations. And it's not a Jewish Sabbath. So dispelling myth number one, very clearly, it is not a Jewish Sabbath. It says that it is the Sabbath of Yahweh. So if it was given to the Israelites and through them the nations, then the next logical question is, who are we? If it was given to the Israelites and not to the Jews, you might say, well, Jim, I'm a Gentile. I'm not an Israelite at all. I'm not a Jew, and I'm not from any Middle Eastern descent or so on. I'm just an American Christian. How does this relate to me? Well, let's find out. In Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 16, one of the most popular chapters in all of the New Testament, it says this. It says, the Yahweh called thy name, a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. So right here in Jeremiah chapter 11, and this is a verse that is not very well known. Now, the one that I was talking about was Romans 11, which is very popular, but Romans 11 is attached to Jeremiah 11. You cannot get into Romans 11 without first understanding what's happening in Jeremiah 11 is that Yahweh calls his bride, his people, the chosen people, an olive tree. Very critical if we're going to understand who we are and how this all relates to the Sabbath. Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho.
Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where do we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.